Bum, 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 bum.
What's going on?
Ow!
Now that is how you start a podcast. Oh man, welcome everybody to another episode of the Downloadable Gaming Podcast, episode number 12. Wow, we're still around?
We're at 12? I thought we were at 102.
Oh, people say I look 12.
Oh my gosh. Justin here once again with Jonathan and Siobhan, our newest host.
Hello.
Back for a second week.
Hi there.
Hello, Siobhan.
Hi there.
You have officially replaced Jordan. Imagine. If he hears this, he's going to be really pissed off.
If you weren't around for the past 2 weeks, Jordan, our other host, has actually been sidelined at home. I think it was getting his wisdom teeth taken out.
Yeah.
So he actually has been messaging us saying that he's been home for 2 straight weeks without being able to go anywhere. And he's like slowly losing his mind.
I'm pretty sure the other day he messaged us so fucking high.
I mean, those pain meds are amazing.
It's them Percocets, man.
Percocet. Molly Percocet. Okay, let me stop with that. Okay. So, wow, I'm like slowly losing my mind here.
It's because it's slowly getting warmer and warmer in here.
That is exactly why. I was just going to say, guys, if you want more DLG, because we are only a once-a-week show, be sure to follow us on our many social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at DLG Podcast on all 3 of those.
I'm pretty sure you guys will be hearing more from us on there soon.
Yeah, we got some big plans for social media.
Yeah, we're going to be posting a lot more on there. So, yeah, just start following.
A lot more entertaining things instead of just like
Memes.
Oh,
Like the selfie I just took?
memes are amazing.
Memes are still entertaining. Dank memes are the shit.
Especially lately, though, some of these memes be hilarious.
Oh, I am the meme master. I have them in stock.
Okay, with that said, we do have some pretty big stories that we need to cover today. The first one I know Siobhan is very passionate about, and she's ready to go off. So go ahead, SNES news.
All right. So, I wanted to talk about the SNES Classic mini edition. I know you guys, this is a little bit of old news in the sense that it's only like a week old. Well, in case any of you don't know, the SNES Classic is a miniature remake of the SNES that Nintendo has released. It is inexpensive at $80, and it also releases on September 29th, 2017. It comes with 21 video games pre-installed, including one video game that was never released before, Star Fox 2. Yeah, they decided to do that since they actually put a lot of work in it. And at the time when it was being developed, they put a lot of promotional stuff about it, but then ended up canceling it last minute. So they decided, let's finish this up and get something out for our efforts. So that's what happened there. It also includes rewinding game saves, where basically every 30 minutes of gameplay, you can it automatically saves and you can go back if you want and redo a level or whatever. But it's basically just an autosave function. They also replay they show highlights of your gameplay when it's inactive. So it's like a screensaver mode. And there's custom borders for the side, because those games are really for the old TV size. And so they have custom borders for that, but you can also choose to put no borders. So those are the features included with the SNES Classic, if you didn't know. And the 21 games that includes is a lot of the very popular games, such as Kirby and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Mario, all that stuff, of course. And The Secret of Mana, which I love that game.
And Yoshi Island.
Yes, that too. That's great.
One of my favorite games.
Son of a duck. It's amazing. So now the reason why this is in the news, aside from its pre-order happening like a week ago, is because the pre-order sold out at all major retailers like minutes almost immediately after releasing. And when it released, it was around 2 a.m. The pre-orders, you were able to start ordering around 2 in the morning or 5 in the morning.
I found that complete bullshit.
Yes. And so unless you were one of those people who, didn't have work in the freaking morning, that kind of shit happened. Or if you didn't realize, oh, you know what, they're going to do it later. Well, you missed out on your chance when it came to the pre-order. I mean, I'm talking about Target, Walmart, Best Buy, all selling out. GameStop, ThinkGeek even was selling. Oh, don't even get me started on ThinkGeek. We might as well call this right now the rage quit, like hashtag rage quit, because this pisses me off. Oh my god. So like, wait till you hear what ThinkGeek. Sorry, I can't. That's how angry I am. Wait till you hear what ThinkGeek did. I swear. So at GameStop, because their servers were going offline because there was so many people going in trying to order it, they were also taking pre-order registrations in store. So everyone pretty much saw that. So I already know y'all know that. But they ran out very quickly. And also because, ThinkGeek is owned by GameStop. So they were also selling stuff. But, oh my God. So this system is supposed to be $80 and inexpensive. It's small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Oh, and so what ThinkGeek decides to do is, all right, let's sell this with bundles, just like they did with their Nintendo Switches, right? Let's sell this in bundles with useless shit that you wouldn't buy otherwise. like what? Oh my God, they were selling it with like a Tetris LED stackable lamp, which is actually pretty cool, but junk I wouldn't buy unless it was for my man cave, maybe woman cave, whatever. And but it would also come with like other stuff, like a Legend of Zelda NES cartridge, like where it was a canteen cartridge, and it looks just like the cartridge, the gold one. So, and you can't even tell it's a canteen unless you really look. So these bundles, like, all right, I guess it would be okay if like the bundles was maybe 100, right? Because that's only like 20 more, even 120 would be nice, like 40 more. All right, fine, I'm getting this bullshit, but whatever, right? I'm getting my pre-order for the classic. No. So the bundle started at $140, and then the priciest bundle was $330. And guess what? Those all sold out. They all sold out. Oh my God, my anger.
But you know who's really the ones who bought those giant bundles? It's the ones who's going to keep the Tetris lamp and the canteen, and they're just going to flip the SNES Classic for like $500.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But actually it was way, I don't know, actually. I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, like, yeah, that sounds plausible, but these bundles were so expensive, they could just line up online at the store, release date, and just get a number of those, and they'd make more of a profit than they would buying it off with the bundles, unless they were selling it for crazy prices, which actually I haven't checked that. I should have thought about that. But what I did do was I did call Nintendo of New York, and I asked them, so are you going to be releasing the SNES in stores? They're going to be an event. And they said yes on the release date. And I'm like, okay, so there's going to be a line outside. They're like, yes, most likely. And I'm like, you know who's going to be on that line? And like, I already called out for work those days, month's notice. I already did. I did. So I could line up like the night before, the day before.
So do you need an air mattress?
Oh no, I have chairs and blankets and umbrellas. The umbrellas that stick on the camper chairs. Damn. I've already I've lined up outside of Nintendo World before, like 3 days, one time.
What?
Yeah. I wanted.
For what?
I wanted to play Breath of the Wild.
Oh my goodness!
I still have not played that game.
What?
I don't know. I haven't really gotten a chance to sit down with my Switch and play the games I have. It's mostly just for my brothers.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that game's fucking dope. Oh my God. Dude, I was binging it this week because I got called off of work. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to waste my time. But not waste my time, but waste my time. Because when do I ever get to waste my time? So I decided to do that. But back on topic, unless anyone else has anything to say.
Yeah, look. How do you get rid of crap that you know you're not going to sell by itself? You bundle it with something people want.
Exactly, because they probably weren't getting a lot of sales. And they did the same thing like with the Switch, which I did say before. You know that God, I think it was a Traveler's Shield or the wooden shield from Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
So it was a backpack kind of thing, and it looked just like the shield. And they were selling that with the Switch, just that with the Switch, and the price was, I think, about, and it didn't come with the game. It was just the Switch and that. And I think it was about like $450. People were buying it. It sold out. I mean, come on. I bought my Switch after it had sold out everywhere. I paid $600 for everything I got with it. But mind you, I did get it with the Breath of the Wild Collector's Edition. Well, the Master Edition, where it came with the Sheikah slate case. Uh-huh. So, but also it was $600 because there was $100 more for warranty for my system. So, it was pretty good. But I wish I could have gotten it cheaper.
No, you are bugging for paying $600.
I don't care. My mom helped me get that. We chipped in money.
She paid $599. I forked over one.
No. We paid like halfsies. Cheap. She insisted on the insurance, so I decided, okay, if you cover it. What do you call it? But yeah, that's what's up with the NES, but the SNES, I mean. And the thing is, this is a common theme with Nintendo. It happened with the NES Classic Edition last year. It's happening with the Switch. It's happening with the SNES. It's happened with Amiibos constantly. I don't understand this. I honestly think at this point it's intentional, but I don't understand how this benefits them in any kind of way. Because, oh, sorry. I'm going to start. But it doesn't benefit them at all because the SNES Classic is so inexpensive to make. It's a cheap, inexpensive computer that they make with it. They could make it to order if they wanted to. I understand that Nintendo doesn't want to lose revenue, especially because of the Wii U fiasco. But, oh my gosh, this is so inexpensive. They could just do it to order. I really... If they have the major retailers order the numbers, then they can make it to order, do the major retailers, and then it's really not Nintendo's fault in that case. And then it's up to the major retailers to keep stock of it, and they make it to order. I don't understand. But
I really feel like Nintendo should have... What? Oh, my bad. I really feel like Nintendo should have had more ready for pre-order. Because of how the NES Classic was.
Yeah. That
sold out instantly as well. And then they stopped production out of nowhere. And now everybody wants it, but nobody can get their hands on it.
Yeah. I don't understand. And what I don't even understand is why this is a thing with the Switch in the first place. Because that's like their new generation console. Yes, I understand that they want to like underestimate the sales possibly for the SNES because then they might lose money on that, but not their Switch. In fact, they're losing more money not producing it this way, like as much as they can. I mean, it's in high demand. Yes, I know they have their competitors, but whatever. And dang, there's so much that angers me about this. Like I'm forgetting points I even want to say, like this is just intentional and it pisses me off, okay? I feel this is intentional.
This is going to be a new segment once Jordan comes back, and this is just going to be called Rage Quit.
where Siobhan forgets her lines. Line.
Well, we're not done talking about, retro classics because we do have another story. Ooh. And this actually involves Atari. Now, we all know that, the Atari Box is coming out, or it actually already came out.
Did it?
I mean, the article says in June.
Oh, which?
The Atari Box, the new Atari?
No. I mean the website.
This is actually from CNET.
Okay.
So I can actually trust this source, but...
Wait, wasn't it June when they just announced that they were working
Actually,
on
you're right. They did announce it in June.
Okay, so this is a little old, but it stays with the theme. And we haven't talked about this before.
No, the Atari Box, that's an old story. We all knew about that. This one is brand new.
Oh.
And that's the fact that Atari is actually coming out with a handheld system.
Ooh, that's brand spanking
new.
Yeah. So listen to this from CNET. With the wood grain design, elements in keeping with the original Atari 2600, the new retro handheld has a precision joystick, and 2 buttons, and comes preloaded with 50 classic games,
What?
including Asteroids, Centipede, Breakout, and the OG of gaming, Pong.
Dang, back, like throwback to the 50s.
For real. It also comes with an AV TV output, so you can hook it up to your TV at home like the Nintendo Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, our audience can't see this, but I'm going to show you guys. Look at how this thing looks.
Whoa.
Yo,
This looks like a Game Boy Advance, but with wood.
but it also makes me think of
That
the Game
looks-
&
Or a
Watch.
Game Boy.
That looks like the 2DS.
A slice of bread. A slice of bread.
This looks amazing. All right, John, we're going to you first with this. What do you think of Atari coming out with a handheld throwback console?
Well, one, I didn't see this coming, like at all. Like I heard that they were coming out with the Atari Box, but I wasn't expecting them to make more than just that. Though I do see this as something where like you'll buy it because you like to have things to just like spend your time on randomly. So like how like you get those mobile games on your phone just to like play for a few weeks, and then when you're done, like you'll move on to another game or like something else. This is like one of those, but you have 50 games at your disposal. Games that are one, very old.
Very
and
old.
two,
Nice.
classic. Like I would honestly spend hours playing Pong.
I get bored. Is it does it have co-op capabilities? Does it say?
It does not say.
Because
I
I think I'd play
mean-
Pong with my sister.
Imagine though.
The computer though. The computer. I can just do it on the computer.
No, but imagine this was co-op.
Oh my! What?
That would be amazing.
But dude, okay. So how much does it say it's going to come out for? Does it say anything about that?
Does it have a price?
So it's actually available for pre-order on a UK-based site called Funstock Retro, and it's actually 35 euros. So
Oh shoot!
that's actually very cheap.
Yeah, I think that
I'm
might.
about to like look it up to see how much that is in like
I'm
US
not sure what
dollars.
exchange
That's
rates
roughly the
are,
same price.
but
It's probably like a $10 difference. I'm pretty sure it's more expensive for us than it is for them.
It's like maybe like
Or-
okay, it's 41.50 US.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That is cheap.
That
And-
means the euro is going to shit if it's coming close to our prices.
That's almost half the price of the SNES Classic, as well as it's almost twice the number of games. Or it is twice the number of
It
games.
is twice the
So
number
this
of
is a
games.
serious competitor. Although actually, the SNES Classic, basically they're going to produce it and then they're going to stop production after a while before it becomes a like official collector, just like they did with the NES.
Essentially, what Atari's trying to do is double down on what I called the Renaissance of retro gaming.
It really is.
No, they're coming out with not one but really 2 systems like very close. Now,
One's
maybe this is
handheld.
just like a little tease to the Atari Box that's going to come out later, because it says that this handheld system is supposed to come out by Christmas.
Huh.
That's when like availability.
Okay, so that's how we know right there.
This is like the ultimate tease.
But
Yep.
honestly, it looks like a Game & Watch, the Nintendo Game & Watch to me. It makes me think that.
The Nintendo Game & Watch?
Yeah, like it was one of the first things that they released. It was like one of their first handhelds ever. It was like around the time of the NES. I actually forget when they released it, but it was a tiny little thing, small. You remember like Nokia's?
Yeah.
It was kind of that big, but a little thinner and a little wider, and that was it. And on Brawl, Mr. Game & Watch.
Right?
Yeah, his stages.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what it was like, pretty much. Where it's I don't even know the proper terminology to explain this, to be honest. All I know is you used to also get the Game & Watch games, not Nintendo Game & Watch, but Game & Watch like games with your McDonald's kids. McDonald's kids whatever. I don't remember anymore. I don't go to McDonald's.
Back
Happy
when
Meals.
McDonald's was bougie.
Yeah, and also Burger King. I still have one of those, a Sonic one. It was a fishing game, and that was it. It was basically just like little black things moving across the screen. And that's it. And then you have a up and down, and maybe just 3 buttons. That's it.
Okay, so the site that actually is like doing the pre-orders, I didn't know that they had a currency switch that you could switch between the euros and the US dollar.
Oh.
It's actually set at $44.99. Still extremely cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do like some more research on the site, make sure it's like 100% legit. And if anybody wants to pre-order this, I will put it down in the description on iTunes and on YouTube where you can catch this whole episode. So is there anything else we want to talk about with these retro games?
Oh, yeah. One thing that I forgot to mention with the SNES Classic is that a Reddit user who ordered a pre-order on Best Buy, like something fucked up with her shit. And so the SNES Classic was in her cart, but it wouldn't let her pre-order it, even though she was able to get it in her cart before it said sold out. So there was that error. And so she calls Best Buy and says, yo, this shit happened. And Best Buy's like, oh, yeah, sorry, fam. But we're going to get some shipments soon. We're not sure how many. So, sorry. So we're not sure how many. And so when she posted that on Reddit, I'm assuming it's a girl, actually. I thought it was. And basically everyone on Reddit was like, oh, shit. And she said she would keep them updated. So it actually happened. Best Buy got more, and it sold out immediately again. But I hear that they're going to be getting more, so it might not be your last chance to get more pre-orders from major retailers. So keep an eye out for that. I will try to keep that up in social media. Really, I'll try. I'm sorry.
If by some miracle one of us gets our hands on an SNES Classic, first off, with me, I have to get 2.
Yeah.
Because
same.
I promised my dad one.
I'm a collector. I do that shit. One's unopened, one's one ready for me to fuck up.
Oh, no. For me, I'll get 2. One, because I was supposed to get my dad the NES Classic, and I couldn't find that for the life of me without having to like chop off my arm and sell that. And then another one, I'll just give away here.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that too. I was thinking about getting 3 for that.
Our audience's jaws simultaneously dropped.
Mark my words. You can say on social media, Justin made this promise. If he gets his hands on 2 SNES Classics, I got to say 2 because the first one's going to my dad. I will give the second one away. I will not touch it. I will not open it. I will not play it.
It'll be mint, fam.
Given away to me.
What do you call it? So I actually don't know another thing. Like, I forgot to ask this at Nintendo if they're going to be, well, they said they'll be releasing more news on it once the release date gets closer. But I wanted to ask if I can buy multiple SNES Classics when I get there. It's obviously first come, first serve. I intend to be one of the first on that line. Ooh. Anyway,
she's gonna be right behind that person that has like the tent with the TV on it.
I was
that's
that
been
person
staying
with
there
the
for
tent.
a week.
I was the person with that tent. I really was. I seriously, and I had a Switch buddy. We took bathroom breaks together. Like we just not Nintendo Switch, guys. This is before it came out. Anyway, but
she had to make that clear.
Yeah. My friend Sam would come and like relieve me, literally. So
damn.
You know
I
what?
didn't mean it that way.
In a public line?
No, she would sit down and I'd go to the bathroom at Rockefeller Center. Jeez. God.
Okay. We got some bills we got to pay, and then we got to go on to our next story. So
all right.
This episode of the Downloadable Gaming Podcast is brought to you by G2A.com. G2A is the fastest growing global community gaming marketplace, selling more affordable gaming CD keys for Origin, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 4, and more. Visit us at dlgpodcast.com/support and click on the giant G2A logo. You'll be getting a more affordable gaming experience and supporting the podcast in the process. Now that we went through the whole mid-roll, I should say, we have one more big story. And me, as someone who grew up with the original PlayStation, I'm going to love this.
Oi.
Have you guys played Tomb Raider?
Yes.
The newest one?
No.
Yes. Yeah, let's go with the newest ones.
I love the newest one.
I have not played the newest ones. I've only played the older ones, and I never finished them because I was scared because I was like 5, and my brother like knew if I was scared, I would not bug him to play it.
Okay, so what was the earliest Tomb Raider you ever played?
It was on PlayStation, and I don't know if it was Tomb Raider 1. I'm pretty sure it might have been.
Well, I got a little surprise. So apparently there are some fans who actually remade Tomb Raider 2 and they updated it using Unreal Engine 4. So now the graphics look amazing.
Wasn't Tomb Raider 2 really, really blocky where she just had the spike boobs?
Yes.
Did you know they actually wanted to make a naked skin for her, but the creator was like, no, she's a respectable woman. I don't want her to be that way.
Look, there was like
that.
so many things. There was a way that you could actually like get her naked and then the game would just automatically end.
Okay. But what do you call it? I just have a question. What is Unreal Engine for? Like, I hear about it all the time, but I'm not even sure what it is.
Okay, so basically, it's a gaming engine. This is how you basically develop games, and you would. It's kind of hard to explain for like me because I'm not like in the industry like that.
Yeah, so you don't know the correct terminology.
Yeah, I don't know the correct terminology, but it's basically how your favorite games like look. That's how they make the graphics come alive. Like, have you guys seen Gears of War 4?
Yeah.
Okay, that game was made with Unreal Engine 4, and that looks amazing. So, if you put it in that retrospect, games that have come out, let's say in the past couple of months, a lot of the big titles were made with that engine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's like some, whispers in the wind that Unreal Engine 5 is out. Or people are making games with Unreal Engine 5, the newest one. And that's supposed to make it even better.
So
I feel like people may have mistaken it for Unity 5, which is another like system where you use to create the 3D models for both the the environment of the game as well as the character models.
Essentially, what I can say it is it makes the game more beautiful.
graphics.
Yes.
So it's a graphics engine, not necessarily a programming engine.
Yeah, it's more of a graphics engine.
Okay, so there's going to possibly be other programs for the programming.
I
stumbled
this,
there.
This is how you can tell we are more into the after the game releases. We like to play it. We're not the podcast for like the technical aspects of what goes on during production.
I feel like Jordan is into that though.
Yeah,
he may be.
But dude, isn't he PC Master Race?
Yeah.
Yes, technically I am too, but
well, you got to know with your PC Master Race though. You got to know. I barely understand the PC Master Race stuff.
Look, I'm that person in PC Master Race that posts pictures of their rig on Instagram, and that's it.
the clickbait.
The VR computer, the Shrek. I love you, Sean. Shout out.
But
okay.
So did they make the whole game or is it just like a portion of it right now?
So I'm gonna read the article that's going on right now. So Tomb Raider fan Nicobas, I don't know if I even pronounced that name right, Nicobas, but leading development on The Dagger of Zion, a complete remake of the second game in the series, this time built in Unreal Engine 4. And the reason that, this story is getting bigger now is that there's actually a demo that we can play.
What? Is it for PC?
I would guess so.
I'm about to find out, actually.
So can you use the USB Xbox 360 controllers?
You might be able to.
Good, because I have a pink one. Candy.
Siobhan got like a pink controller.
Rock Candy. Hey, it was the only one available. I really wanted red, but you know what? Rock Candy pink was pretty, so shut up.
I hope it is for PC and like it isn't like insane with the graphics because then I could use my laptop.
I think
not a gaming laptop.
I have a gaming laptop. I just need to get a new battery for it.
So
I really need to get rid of my potato PC.
Yeah, potato PC. Did you just say potato PC?
I'm sorry to, interrupt, but I'm on the Tomb Raider site right now looking at the downloads, and I think this is specifically for PC.
I would think
okay.
so.
Well, obviously, I figured as much because it's a fan made.
Unreal Engine are usually PC, and then they get ported out to other systems.
Yeah, but since this is fan made and not, does he have permission? Oh, yeah. Is he getting money for this? If he is, this is not going to happen.
I would think it's free if there's like a download right there.
I mean, that's a good question though.
Because remember what happened when they were trying to make the animated series of The Legend of Zelda, but it was really just animatics of like the manga. Okay, sorry, I actually don't know if you guys know that, but basically there's a Legend of Zelda manga, like officially licensed by Nintendo, and for a bunch of the different games, and so there's this guy who wanted to see it animated, so he did a Kickstarter for it, and what do you call it? So because he was doing a Kickstarter for it, Nintendo was like, nope, this is not happening, and it was basically just animatics of the manga, so.
Well, yeah, you can't make money off of somebody else's product.
But that's what I mean. It got shut down, and that's why I'm thinking here, if this is still going, he must not be getting money for it. He must be doing it in his free time, and maybe he's paying people to help him make it out of his own pocket, because otherwise he could get sued, and it could get shut down.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm always scared of like doing any kind of project that involves copywritten content, because I was just trying to look up like who owns the rights to, you know, Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. From what I'm seeing right now, I'm not necessarily finding it at the moment, but that's because I'm doing everything on the fly.
But it doesn't, basically the articles were saying nothing, from what you saw, said nothing about if he has permission, if this is going to be selling, like if he's going to be making money off it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Kickstarter, nothing.
Nothing of the sort.
Well, if he has a demo out, I would suspect he has most of the game done, if not already done.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would need to really do a Kickstarter.
I think he might just be doing this as passion because, and also it's something he could put on his portfolio as a programmer if he wanted to.
Does it say how long he's been working on it? Because if it's been like a few years, then that would mean like he's been doing it out of pocket and solo, basically.
It actually doesn't. It just tells me about the game. There's actually like a little trailer of it. There's a link to the downloads, and then it also talks about like the team, which is like a small team of like 6 people. It involves artists, composers, music, such and such.
Yeah. I mean, like there was these people who were doing Zelda, like if any of you know, sorry, I know a lot about Zelda because I'm a huge Zelda fan, guys. All right. I love Zelda. So there is people who wanted Ura Zelda to come out. That was basically the Zelda that was going to be coming out. Was supposed to be coming out, was in development after Ocarina of Time, but instead Majora's Mask made it. So these fans were like, let's make a fan-made version about this. If you guys want, I can go in depth about this at some other point on a video later that I can post up. But it just, that got canceled because they needed money for it and they needed to pay the people helping them develop it. And then it just totally went down the tube. People even spent money on it. To like help pay to make it. They weren't going to sell the game. It was just helping the artists to, you know, develop it. But it didn't come out. So that's why I'm bringing all this up because I know like things like this can be very fragile and end up not coming out. So that's why I'm asking all these questions.
Yeah. So to answer your question about, you know, about getting paid for it or getting actually at least permission to even do this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm scrolling around the website and, you know, you get down to like the footer where it has like the copyright in it. Mm-hmm. It just says copyright 2017 Tomb Raider, The Dagger of Zion, proudly powered by WordPress. So this is purely out of passion and hobby.
Okay.
There cannot be any kind of like marketing and any kind of business going on to this that involves getting any kind of funding.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, they're looking at a massive lawsuit.
Yeah, and then it's just not going to release. They can't sell this for anything. It's just going to be free.
Yeah, it can release. Even if it releases for free, it's a problem.
I mean, he's probably doing it, or I'm assuming he for some reason. Anyway, they're probably doing it because, you know, like you said, a passion project. And, like, if they can do this in the first place, their portfolio. Hey, I did this.
Go up to Tomb Raider like,
please
here you
hire
go, developers. Please give me a job.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I looked into the article and it did say that he's been working on this for a while. It doesn't specifically say how long, but it just says a while, and it shows that he's working with about like just 4 or 5 other people.
Dang.
Yeah,
So
John,
it's a very
if
small group.
John, like you've seen the graphics. If it's Unreal Engine 4, you know they've been working on that for a long time.
Oh hell
How
yeah!
long has Unreal Engine 4 been out?
I mean, if you look at it, let's take for instance a game I can't wait for. So Far Cry, the newest one.
Yeah.
They've taken, I think it was 3 years for the whole process.
Yeah.
Of making it. Maybe like I think they said 8 months was just location scouting. So that means the rest of the time was with the engine, with the graphics, physics,
programming.
Probably also building the story around the location.
Yeah. So character design, all that. All right. Dang. Okay. So basically, like a movie.
About a year and a half.
Just about.
Wow.
Damn.
And that's that they have a full like studio behind that.
No, there's only like 6 of them.
Really?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Bethesda is also
didn't know
really
that.
well known for time constraints. Although they can really fuck up their games because of their time constraints and their small amount of employees. But whatever, I couldn't think of the word. It left me.
Yeah,
But
that,
yeah.
that's like another story for another podcast because
Yep.
we honestly need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
It's late at night. We're tired.
Yes.
Long days.
Ooh.
So, with that said, guys, we'd love to thank you for listening once again to another episode of Downloadable Gaming.
Thank you.
We thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I think Justin wanted to say one more thing.
Oh, yeah. So, you can actually find daily updates on our Instagram page. We are actually like posting more stories online. You might find little videos of us discussing it because we realized that there is a lot of gaming stories that we just can't fit into just one episode of DLG.
Yeah.
So we can actually just post up tons of stories on our Instagram page, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page at DLG Podcast. Give you guys more content from us. Also, we're actually doing a giveaway. So that's coming up later on.
Well, more info on that later.
Yeah, we're still
Hashing stuff out.
more logistics
Yes. So, but keep your ears peeled.
and possibly your hands for your keyboards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we are on a new app called Slack. So, we will have a link to for you to get access to that.
Basically, Slack is going to be like where we can communicate with you guys more on a personal level rather than just on our comment section in our Instagram post. So this way we can get more feedback straight from you guys and you guys can talk to us and just like chill.
So before we go, you guys want to give your personal social media accounts for people to follow?
I don't even know my personal social media account.
I spend so much time on DLG's Instagram, I'll be forgetting mine. But you can follow me on Instagram at Polis Production. I'm going to change that name later on, so it's a lot easier for everybody to find.
I have a Instagram account. It's called Silly Art. It's not silly like 2 L's. It's SILY _, and then ART. That's my art page because, I'm an artist. Yeah. So in case you didn't know that. But I will also be making another Instagram specifically about the content that we have here. But that's if you just want to, follow my art Instagram because, shameless self-promotion.
Yo, we need these followers up.
That's true. I don't really use my social media so much. I mostly just like legit the most I posted was about like the vacation I took.
Oh, well then.
And then just like promotions for other stuff like the fraternity and crap. So I was planning to make a side Instagram connected to this account where it's going to be mostly like my memes and other gaming content
Hashtag
stuff.
memes.
So I'll probably have that set up by next week where I can give you guys a full link to it.
Smells dank.
Oh my gosh. But with that said, once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on social media. Keep your ears peeled for that giveaway coming out soon. And we will see y'all next week.
Peace.